Hey guys, it's Megan, and today I'm going to be talking to you about a little book challenge that I'm going to be doing this summer. Out of the Past is a film blogger that I have been following as of recently, and the other day I was on Twitter and I saw that she was going to be conducting a summer 2016 reading classic film book challenge. The rules are pretty simple. I'm just looking at them here. You gotta sign up, and then you got to read a classic film book. You're supposed to read 6 books. There are some stipulations for what that can be in the list there. I'm going to actually link down below the rules and such for this whole challenge, but you basically got to read a book and then you got to review it and you post it on your Goodreads, your Instagram, in my case BookTube, or your blog, whatever. After you've read and reviewed all 6 books, you will automatically be entered to win a prize. The winner will receive a hardcover copy of Conversations with Classic Film Stars, Interviews from Hollywood's Golden Era by James Bawden and Ron Miller, a paperback copy of Helen Twelvetree's Perfect Ingenue by Cliff Aliperti, and 1 single disc DVD mod from the Warner Archive, which is exciting. And the runner-up will receive a copy of Conversations with Classic Film Stars. So those are some pretty exciting prizes, and basically aside from this, the objective of the challenge is to read some books that have been collecting dust on your shelf that are about classic film books that you want to, get out of the way and actually read. And so that's totally me. I've got a bunch, mostly biographies, of course, that I've wanted to read for years and that I've had for a really long time but haven't gotten around to doing. So this is the perfect opportunity to do so. So the contest runs from June 1st to September 15th, and you have until July 15th to sign up. So that's 3.5 months that you have to read these 6 books and review them. I think I can do it. I do. Now, I will show you the ones that I plan to read. These books aren't going to be in any particular order or anything, and as a matter of fact, I will probably end up reading them based on my mood and whichever ones I find I get most into first. So I'm just not going to be too hard on myself either way. But the first book I will show you is The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler. One of the things that you can do with this challenge is read a book that a classic movie is based upon. And if you don't know, The Big Sleep by Raymond Chandler was adapted into a movie directed by Howard Hawks in 1946, starring Humphrey Bogart and Lauren Bacall. Basically, it tells the story of this detective, Philip Marlowe. He has been hired by General Sternwood to find out where his money is going or something like that, and investigate people. And his 2 daughters get caught up in the mix. And it's a really good detective kind of novel, but I think I read this once years and years ago and liked it, but not as much as I did the movie. But still, it'll be nice to reread it now that I'm an adult and have a new perspective and do a review on it. The next book I'll mention is All the Available Light, a Marilyn Monroe Reader. This was edited by Yona Zeldis McDonough, and it is a collection of essays about the late and great Marilyn Monroe. It's a lot of essays. There are some definitely famous names in here, including Gloria Steinem, the absolutely famous feminist, as well as Molly Haskell, who was, still is, I'm not sure if she's still alive to be honest, rather prominent female film critic. I've had this sitting on my shelf for about a year now, so I will be excited to go through this and get different people's perspectives on Miss Monroe. I also plan to read Kate, The Life of Katharine Hepburn by Charles Hyam. I have never read a Katharine Hepburn biography and decided I would start with this one. I also really want to read Me, Stories of My Life by Katharine Hepburn, but I have never found a used copy of the edition that is satisfactory enough to me to purchase it. So I've had this one for a while now too, and I'm really excited because she is one of my favorite film stars of all time. I also intend to read Chaplin, A Life by Stephen Wiseman. This is obviously a biography about Mr. Chaplin, and I, just from the limited that I actually know about him, from what I've read about him, or from what I've learned in the lovely Karina Longworth's You Must Remember This podcast series. She did 2 or 3 episodes about him and his life. He has led a very exciting and colorful life, so I'm excited to learn more about it and him. Probably the one I'm most excited about, or it's up there for this challenge, is Evenings with Cary Grant, Recollections in His Own Words and by Those Who Knew Him Best by Nancy Nelson. This is so exciting. I love Cary Grant so much. I have so many of his movies. He was just such a suave, wonderful man, to my knowledge. He was quite a character. So I'm also really excited to learn much more about him and his life. The last book that I plan to read at some point during the challenge is Hollywood Frame by Frame, The Unseen Silver Screen in Contact Sheets from 1951 to 1997. This is written by Karina Longworth, who I just mentioned a minute ago, does the podcast on Old Hollywood, You Must Remember This, that I love so, so much. And so this is one of the few books that she has written. She's writing more, I understand, but seriously, I've never read anything by her before, so this is going to be fascinating. I didn't know what contact sheets were until I realized I wanted to get this book, and I guess it's the shots that photographers take to establish a scene or something like that. I still don't know much about it, but I'm sure I will by the end of this, and so it's just a lot of classic films through the years and some backstory behind them, so I am super excited about that. So those are the books that I plan to read as part of the Summer Reading Classic Film Book Challenge. Please comment down below and let me know if you are a classic film buff fan and am thinking of participating in this. I wish you would. It'd be really nice to have people that we can talk with each other on the way about our progress and stuff. So that's all for this video today. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you have a great week, and I shall see you soon with another video. Bye everyone!